everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers and the Portland Trail Blazers. And Portland starts out with the ball. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. We've got Danny Granger, also O'Neal out there, and it's George in the shooting guard.
You know, this is why you run the offense through Damian Lillard. I mean, sure, he's going to get his, but he's also going to make sure others get theirs, too.
Now, here's George over Walton. O'Neal trying to break free. The shot by George, no good. Inside, and the basket by Walton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Shot from the wing, kept alive. Daniel off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Drexler's shot is off.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Chalk up two there. Daniels has got 6 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Drexler to the middle. Here's Walton. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Offensive rebound, and O'Neal gets it to go.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. And shot on the way, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And it's off the back rim, no good. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. They trail by 3. They need this. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Lucas.
Have to D Aldridge up better than that. I mean, especially when he's roaming around this area of the floor.
George looking over the floor. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Green for 2 points.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
To the left wing. Here's O'Neal. And a little luck that time, but it drops. O'Neal's got his second basket of the night.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Lewis passes to Daniels. Now the dish to George. Here he goes. And that one is off. And it's Portland the other way. Walton, the pass to Drexler. Back to Walton. Lock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And that one's good. Lillard. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Indiana trailing here. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with the Pacers head coach. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, and we're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
All right, David, thank you. Sounds like to execute the plan, they're going to have to get that good shot selection.
No doubt about it, Kevin. If you want to shoot a high percentage in this league, you have to be patient, and you have to understand what quality of shots you get.
Exactly, and if it's not there for you, simply make the next pass. Keep the ball moving. Give the offense a chance to do what it's designed to do, which is produce the best shot.
Now, here's Lillard. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Not happening that time. His second miss in 5 shots. Granger outside. And there's the pass to O'Neal. Back to Granger. That 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shots good by Drexler.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And the word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Granger hits them both. Now Drexler. He has 5. Over George. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Just good aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Passes it to O'Neal. Over Aldridge. Misses off the left iron. Portland leading. Pass to Lillard. Over O'Neal. O'Neal with the rebound. Here's Indiana now. Dishes it to Lewis. Back to O'Neal. Over Lillard. Indiana again missing. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for Portland. Drexler. Danny Granger pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Pass to Daniels. Down low. And Walton sends it back.
And how about the anticipation and timing? You know, we talk about Walton's offense. How about the defense, though, he provides for this team?
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here for the night. The free throw drops for Drexler.
Yeah, one of the more entertaining players we've seen in the game. Clyde Drexler, the glide. Athleticism all over the place.
Both free throws good from Drexler.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Pacers trailed by 4. Outside, George. Lucas against Granger. From downtown, hits the three-point bomb. Granger's got 5 points so far.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Drexler dishes to Lillard. Here's the feed to Walton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Walton's got his second basket of the night.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Lewis gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Drexler kicks to Lillard. And another three for Portland.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Now the pass to George. Into the lane. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Yeah, you know, George really enjoys being in the air. I mean, this guy has great body control and bounce, and his slams at times can be absolutely sick.
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
And Walton sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. O'Neal passes to George. 6 to shoot. The shot's good from Granger.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Here's Drexler. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Portland?
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
What's up? Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
On the free throw, no good. Pacers trailed by 4. Granger dishes to Lewis. O'Neal trying to break free. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 7.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And again, it's Portland converted.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And there's the feed to Granger. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For Indiana, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw drops for Danny Granger. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Driving in, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, the ability to knife inside and convert Lillard is fearless when it comes to attacking the basket.
Right wing, O'Neal with it, and Drexler picking him up.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Aldridge. Lays it up off the glass. And now a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, with all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
Now here is George. He has 5. 5 on the clock. Lewis with the 3. Here's Daniels, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And the shot is good. Walton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Granger. 10 points for him. And Walton sends it back. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Pacers trailed by 6. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Indiana, Danny Granger out there with McGinnis. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's Lewis in at the point. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a man. Much respect for the bounce of Drexler. I mean, this guy knows how to get up and throw it down with flair.
Oladipo, the pass to McGinnis. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Now, here's Oladipo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Count it.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Drexler. 6-point game. Intercepted. Here's Daniels, and Walton sends it back. To the paint. Kicks it out to Drexler. Lillard against McGinnis. And it's denied. And it's Granger penetrating. And it's Granger with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And so here is Indiana. Portland making their last shot. Back to Daniels. Near the three-point line, it's Lewis, and it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Walton. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Terry Porter, he's checked in for Portland. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Walton, the pass to Vanderwell. And that comes off the assist by Bill Walton. Vanderwell's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And if there were ever a pivot you'd like to run the offense through, look no further than Bill Walton. Has that sixth sense for how a play should develop. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Pacers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. The first one falls. That's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Drexler. 16 points for him. Passes to Aldridge. Rebounded by Granger. Granger's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lewis outside. Pass to Granger. Here's Daniels. Alden defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup. Give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Walton. And both free throws good for Lewis. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout, and it might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Porter looking it over. Drexler outside. Nailed from three-point land. Drexler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Lewis attacking. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Feeds to Aldridge. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
You know, sometimes overwhelming presence. Aldridge is a handful to deal with because of his height, strength, and length.
Now here's Lewis. 13 points in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That's good from McGinnis. McGinnis hits them both. Here is Porter. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist from Porter. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Aldridge is too strong to let a little bit of contact bother him. I actually think he likes those tough shots.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Sabonis with the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Pass to Granger. Goes up on the wing, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Granger's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's Porter. He feeds it to Drexler. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
Misses from short range. Defended by Sabonis. Granger outside. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Granger's got 16.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
To the inside. Here's McGinnis. Nice D from Aldridge.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Drexler outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Drexler's got 9 points in the quarter.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. You look at Clyde Drexler. What a contribution so far.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
So both teams making some changes here. The pass to Person. Indiana moving the ball around. Fires from deep. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That's his first foul.
The D just sagged off just enough. And no hesitation on his part.
Paxson, he's checked in for Clyde Drexler. Portland leading by 5. Outside Porter. Pass to Lucas. Over Daniels. And Portland again with the bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
George dishes to Daniels. Outside, George. From outside, off the mark. George has gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Porter kicks to Sabonis. Six on the shot clock. Double team Sabonis. Here's Lucas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Sabonis. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead. Dish out to Daniels. The teardrop doesn't go for him. Nice D from Sabonis.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And that one, good. 5 points in the game. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Portland Trailblazers. Inside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, that was a really good look there. Porter's court vision sometimes I think is underrated.
O'Neal. And it's Portland with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Kicks to Lucas. Shot clock at 5. From deep. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's O'Neal. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. O'Neal's got 6.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Porter, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Sabonis with the block. Lucas against George. George with the defensive effort. Pacers trailed by 9. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Paxson pulls it in. Left side, Porter. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Terry Porter is a physical guy now. I mean, he's not that big, but he's physical. Excellent going into contact on the way up.
Portland shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And an excellent two-way threat. Porter doesn't generate a ton of excitement, but he produces across the board.
And Porter drops them both. Pacers trailed by 11. Outside, George, and stolen by Lucas. To the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. We'll get Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and 1 there. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter. That's superb.
Lillard's checked in for Portland. Both free throws good from Paxson.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
George passes to Smits. Let's go. That one's in there, and the Portland lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Paul George.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservative. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Step back and squared up. And that's 20 points for Damian Lillard.
And we've seen Lillard take over games. Tonight, no exception. The defense has simply had no answer for this man.
Now the feed to O'Neal. 2 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 15. Kenny, give us your take.
Credit these guys for coming in with the right game plan and then patiently executing. Most of their shots have come in the flow of the offense. Rarely did they take a bad shot. Good, clean first half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
First of all, where's the intensity on D? You think when a team is punking you like this, you at least try to put a stop to it. Nope. Just keep giving up open looks, letting the lead get bigger and bigger and bigger.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic so far from Clyde Drexler.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. They've got Sabonis, Damian Lillard out there with Drexler. Then it's Walton, and it's Lucas in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Lewis. Portland making their last shot. And Walton sends it back. They get it back. The offensive rebound. Here's Daniels. Here's O'Neal. Nice yet again. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And Portland making a change here. Aldridge is checked in.
One shot.
O'Neal is simply a beast. Jermaine O'Neal, a long, athletic, big guy with a nice shooting touch from mid-range.
Back to Drexler. Lillard outside. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so here's Portland following the score by Indiana. Shot clock at 6. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 25 points in the game.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The 3 from George trains the three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there. Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
He dishes it to Daniels. Indiana moving the ball away. That's good for George on the assist by Lewis. Lewis has got his 5th assist in this one. Back to Lillard. Outside Aldridge. Pass to Lucas. Lewis against Lillard. Takes the 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Time called here. Indiana decides to chalk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Daniels with it. He's got 8. Lewis passes to George. And then George with the jam.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. It's a big-time throwdown there.
We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
They get it back. And Walton throws it down.
and just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
Jay, strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but is some frustration on that front. Look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. Up and in on the layup. Lewis has got 15.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Lillard dishes to Drexler. Lucas looking for an opening. Lillard from outside. Pacers trailed by 16. And it's Granger penetrating. It's blocked. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Jerome Kersey's checked in for Portland. And the Pacers also making a change. Hibbert's checked in. O'Neal kicks to Lewis. Granger inside the line, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 32. That one goes in. Lillard's got 14 points here in the second half.
And there's such an edge to Lillard's game. Dame doesn't care where he is on the court. He's going to get buckets.
And George gets it to go.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Lillard outside. Driving the lane. The shot comes out, and Indiana will come the other way. Here's Granger. Here's O'Neal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been aggressive.
Take a break.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
First free throw is good. O'Neal hits them both.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Trailblazers leading by 12. Drexler passes to Lillard. For Lewis. Lillard misses. George against Drexler. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Down low. Here's Aldridge. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Aldridge. Well, Greg, for those of us who have never played in the league, what's it like traveling all over the country over the course of a long regular season?
Come on, Kevin. I bet you had a nice J back in the day. But seriously, it's a whirlwind tour, man. Sometimes you don't even know what city you wake up in. And I can tell you there have been many times where I'm going back to the front desk complaining because my key didn't work, and only to find out I was using the wrong key.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Drexler kicks to Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 16 here in the second half.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Here's George, and Walton sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Portland with the ball. They led by as many as 18 points. Pass to Lillard. Oladipo against Drexler. Here's Walton. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Now, here is O'Neal. 13 points in the game. Percy passes to Drexler from 12 feet out. No good on that one. Excellent D there from George. Oladipo dishes to Lewis. Back to Oladipo, and finished off by Oladipo.
Thrown down that time by the 6'4" Oladipo. Don't let that height fool you. This guy can go throw it down.
Now here's Drexler. 23 points in the game. Aldridge, good.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Lewis against Lillard. George pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. George has got 22.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Aldridge trying to break free, and there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Drexler.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
George, no good. Portland leading by 13. And Walton kicks to Drexler. Portland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Nobody near Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 41.
And this is Lillard at his best, sending up a confident shot from the arc like he just knows it's good.
Now here's Lewis. 15 points in the game. And he converts the layup. Lewis has got 4 this quarter.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Collins checked in for Clyde Drexler. Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's Aldridge. He's got 14. Lillard, the pass to Kersey. And here's McCollum for 3. Offensive rebound, and it's Walton missing. Pacers trailed by 14. Here's George, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
George knows how to get his man to overcommit and off balance so he can draw the foul. He's got a number of sneaky veteran tricks that he effectively uses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Bursting onto the scene during the 2013 Eastern Conference Finals, Paul George went head-to-head with LeBron in an epic 7-game series. PG didn't get the finals, but he did gain the respect of the basketball world.
And George drops them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Hands it from downtown.
And that range makes McCollum hard to defend because if you're too close, you know about his ability to go by you and get to his spots.
A nice shot by George.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Lillard. Here's Walton. And Walton throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Indiana, and he makes that one.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility. Boy, he can strike at any time. And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Puts it up from 15, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
George against Gerson. 6 on the shot clock. George, that's a two-pointer, and that one off the back of the rim and in. And so it's Portland riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes finding the bottom of the bucket. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Now let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Sabonis is out there at Person. Then it's Paul George, and it's Smits in at the 5 down low. Launches a 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on defense.
Here's Smits. Buries it down low. Smits has got his first bucket of the night.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
And it's Smith with the rebound. Pacers trail by 16. Sabonis kicks to Lewis. The pass to Person. Here's Smits. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Outside Lewis, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Indiana making a change here. Rangers check in. Portland with the ball. Shot from 16, and the shot is long. And it's Indiana's ball. It's a 16-point game, and the slam dunk by Granger.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
And it's Sabonis with the ball for Indiana. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Lewis. And there's Paul George on the assist by Lewis. 30 points for Paul George.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Sabonis. They get it again. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now, here is George. They grab their own miss. Sabonis with the bucket.
Sabonis is simply relentless on the boards, doing a nice job getting that second chance basket.
McCollum against George. McCollum passes to Lucas. Here's Petrie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Lewis. And the shot falls short this time. Granger dishes to Lewis. And there's the drive. Outside for George. There's the 3. Good on the triple. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Indiana.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Indiana. Smits has got 4 rebounds in this game. Sabonis at the elbow. Passes it to Lewis. Here's Smits. He's guarded by McCollum.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And, you know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
McGinnis, who's checked in for Indiana. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Portland head coach talking to his team. He told them this is a game of runs. It's a game of momentum. We may have the lead now, but I'm telling you guys, it can evaporate in a hurry. Let's close this thing out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Free throw good. Porter. And Porter drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. Can't do much better than that, guys.
Now, here's George. 11 feet away. Here's Smits. Tries again. And Walton sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Lewis, and at last they get one to fall. Lewis has got 21.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Walton. Over to the left wing. No one covered.
Boy, you got to respect the J of Sabonis. I love seeing him spot up from here.
Lewis passes to Smits. George with the ball. And it's off from three-point range. And Drexler throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Lewis.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one. Hey, when you throw it Drexler's way, expect the exciting because this guy doesn't disappoint. One of the best alley-oop throw-downers in the game.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Daniels, he's checked in for Indiana. And Lucas, no good on that one. Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of activity on the offensive glass that makes Aldridge special.
Lewis passes to George. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they get it back. Pass to Lucas. Trailblazers moving the ball around. To the middle. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Lucas. Lucas has got 5 assists tonight.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Lewis misses. Portland leading by 15. Aldridge kicks to Porter. The pass to Drexler. It's hauled in by McGinnis. Walton against Lewis. Passes it to Daniels. Over Porter and off the glass. That one's good.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to Drexler. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 6 assists here tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And George gets it to go.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Pass to Lucas. And the pass to Walton. 6 to shoot. Inside. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Down low. Here's Granger. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They led by as many as 18 points. Porter dishes to Drexler. From past the arc. It's hauled in by George. George has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half. Portland
leading by 14. Here's Drexler. Oh, that was terrific!
A high flyer, yet it's seemingly effortless in terms of how he just swoops in to the basket. Clyde the glide in full effect.
A nice shot by George.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Porter, bounce pass. He kicks to Lucas. Holding up top. Over Daniels. The Pacers pull it in. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. 1:27 left here in the 4th quarter. To the wing on the left. Who is outside. Over Porter. The rebound by Walton. Walton's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Porter, here we go. Walton the pass to Porter. He gets it in there. Timeout. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
They maintain focus all night, and along the way, put on quite a show.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 16. There's a minute left in the fourth. A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Sabonis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Excellent job by Sabonis after setting the screen. Very mobile in these pick and rolls.
Pass it to Vanderbilt. Here's Petrie to the left side wing. Paxson passes to Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Count it. Good.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Sweet little floater.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Here's Petrie. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.